Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rico. I've been wanting to tell this story for quite a while, and I didn't know how to really do it, even though I love storytelling for a living. This is my story of why I left an almost seven-figure job to refocus on what I wanted to do in the future. So let's get into it. So I've always been a builder, an innovator, and always loved changing industries. It's what I did at Zappos. It's what I'd like to think I did at Netflix. Whether you're talking about, introducing e-commerce video descriptions in 2008, or, helping redesign the way Netflix presents itself in a more entertainment cinematic way. Those things were fun because the focus was never on, me achieving greatness in terms of a title or a role. It really was, how am I evolving the way things get done? How are we providing more value to users or to the world as a whole, making the world better? And so you've been on this channel, you've heard me talk about it. I never focused on titles. I never focused on being promoted. That was never my goal. My goal was always to build things that last and make a lasting impression and change lives. So that's always what I focused on, and growing teams and developing leaders always came after. Focus on the goals, and then if you continue to be successful, you need people to make those video descriptions. You need people to create all those experiences. And so just my goal of changing the world and changing the way users see things automatically came with building larger teams to then support that vision. And so I've always had it pretty good. I've traveled a lot because of work. I've gotten to see some things and do a lot. But as I've gotten older, I started to realize the burnout I was feeling, and burnout's a real thing. And not only with that, is just my values evolved over time. When I was at Zappos and earlier in my career at Netflix, I had no kids. I got married in 2010, so I haven't been married super long in relative to all of this, but my values had changed, and I wasn't okay with realigning my career goals with my values until recently. And I'd hate to say it, but COVID actually, I hate to say it, but the pandemic really put things into perspective for me, and it had me evaluate what's really important in my life. And not to be ungrateful, because I am so grateful that I had the experiences I did, to be paid and compensated as I was. And many people will think, wow, you walked away from almost seven figures to nothing. And yeah, it's because my values changed. I was taking calls from Amsterdam early in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and then I was on calls with Singapore, Mumbai till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And it just wasn't the lifestyle I was after, especially with young kids. After seeing, because of the pandemic, putting them to bed every morning, putting them to bed every night, having dinner, I didn't realize how much I was traveling pre-pandemic, and I was raising my kids part-time through VC. So my values changed, and what I want to focus now is on mental health and leadership and development, and how people can better align their work, their career, and their values, and so you're not sacrificing values. So at the end of the day, really what my story is more about a shift in values, and my desire to change the world in a positive way and provide impact and be a servant leader. That's all there still. But I want to be able to do it more on my terms. And that's my story of why, I left a really lucrative job at an amazing company with people I still keep in touch with, and to be honest, still coach today. But it was more of a decision for me and my family. That's the one thing I wouldn't sacrifice. So moral of the story of why I'm telling you this is, values are important, and if you're struggling with what you want to do in life, where you want to go, what's important, write down what your values are, and don't let anyone tell you what your values should be. Values are yours for a reason, and stay true to those values. And I value family, I value servant leadership, and I value flexibility. So those are the things that are important to me now and helped me make my decision, and it gave me the lens to see it. So I'd love to hear your story if you're thinking about it, thinking about a career change, thinking about a life change. If you need my help or anything, comment below or reach out. I'd be happy to chat about it, because it is a big decision. I didn't come to it lightly. A lot of mentors helped me make that decision. So it is a big deal. Yeah, so that's my story and that's my truth. And if this helped you, let me know. If not, thanks for watching. Peace. Hey guys, remember, if you like this kind of content, definitely subscribe to my channel, like the video, and if you have any other ideas or questions that you have, leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to either answer them in the comments or I can create a video specifically around your topic.